Alright guys, what's going on? It's Shram here and welcome back to another video I got for you guys today. Today I am going to be starting another Madden franchise series on my channel. This time we are going to be doing a fantasy draft and I am using the 49ers. Like obviously this is just the 49ers team. I didn't start the draft yet or anything, I didn't draft anybody. But yeah, I'm going to be using the 49ers purely because I like their uniforms. It's really not much more than that. But also I should mention that there's two other YouTubers in this as well. I think they're going to be uploading this and uploading the games and everything. But of course it is the Saucey Kage guys. So Vlone, Brady, and Beckham. I guess Brady's using the Vikings and Beckham is using the Raiders. I don't think either of these, or any of these teams, not either. There's more than two, but I don't think any of these teams play each other. So that's no fun, but this is more focused on me just playing against the computer, really. And I'll try to not, like, I don't know how, I was going to say I'm going to try to be like a non-factor in the games, but I can't really promise that. So I'll probably just try to use her a D-lineman or use her a linebacker and, you know, just see how the team plays and stuff like that. Play it like very Sims style, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But here we go, we're going to start the draft now. I think they're ready, so I'm going to start it and see who has the first pick here out of all of us. So the first pick is from the Vikings with the 6th pick. Okay, so let me see what I pick. I pick 14th, and Beckham picks 13th. Okay, so then I will catch you guys back up with whenever I, you know, take my draft pick. With my first pick here, I already know who I'm going with. It's very close between Luke Kuechly or Aaron Donald. I mean, Aaron Donald is amazing with superstar development. I think I'm going to go with Luke Kuechly, though. I think I have to go with Luke Kuechly, so he's going to be my first pick here. My second pick in this draft is going to be going to Xavier Rhodes. You know, a very solid cornerback. I'll definitely take that. My next pick is going to be Vic Beasley. I think he's a very good linebacker, you know, trying to build up my linebacker core. And Beckham just messaged me. I'll read that later. But yeah, Vic Beasley is this pick. And I think with my following pick, I'm going to be taking a wide receiver. Jarvis Landry just got drafted. I kind of wanted him, but that is alright. I'm sure there's still some pretty decent guys here. Yeah, I see at least one I can go with, and that's who it's going to be. I'll go with Amari Cooper. Very young, very talented, quick development. Easy pick for me there. With this pick here, I think I'm going to go with my quarterback. I'm showing some love to the Eagles. Drafting Carson Wentz here. I'm fine with that. So now my next pick, I really hope he's still there. I totally feel like he got drafted. There's no way. I just saw him get drafted. I was going to go with Michael Thomas, but he just got drafted. That's really rough. Okay, so I'll have to figure out who else I want. Hold on a second. The running back for my team here is going to be Jordan Howard. I don't know if this is a reach, but I am selecting him here. And yeah, he's my running back. This pick, I'm going with Jamar Taylor. He's a really fast cornerback, so I'm taking him as my number 2 corner. And my next draft pick that I have here, I think I'm going to go with a wide receiver. I saw Allen Hurns just get drafted, but I don't want Allen Hurns. So let me actually just scout out who's here and then I'll decide. I'm really not sure if this is a reach or not, but Derek Barnett actually looks really good. 78 overall, quick development, 21 years old. I'm just going to go with him now in the 8th round. That was probably a reach, but whatever. I actually really needed a lineman, so. Also, I know I just said I wanted a wide receiver, but just completely changed my mind for some reason. My starting tight end is about to get drafted, and this is going to be Hunter Henry. I think he's a very good player. I didn't even really show his stats there. I meant to, but kind of forgot. So here I think I'm either taking a defensive tackle or a wide receiver. Let me just see what the defensive tackles are looking like. All right, Grady Jarrett's still there. That is my pick, definitely, because he's very solid. A young player, 84 overall with quick development. I'll take that there. My second wide receiver is going to be Tyrell Williams. 6'4", 91 speed, pretty good there. My next pick is going to be Taco Charlton, who's actually going to come play left end for me. I know I already drafted Derek Barnett, who is a right end, but yeah, I'm just going to switch Taco Charlton over to left end. I'm drafting my strong safety here in the 13th round, Jabril Peppers, you know, the speedy rookie who's actually a really good return man as well, so nice. He's on the team, and I think I'm finally going to manage the offensive line here, which I have kind of avoided this whole time, but I think there's some good guys left here. Yeah, like David DeCastro. He's just right here, so I'm taking David DeCastro as my right guard. I'm going to be taking my starting free safety here. It's going to be Obi Melifonwu. The reason why I'm taking him is that he is 6'3" with 92 speed. Very good player there. And now I think I'm going to address the offensive line even more, or I might check out right outside linebacker because I actually still don't have one. But I think there's like some decent rookies and stuff, so let me just make sure of something. Are there still good rookies here? Yeah, TJ Watt's still here. I'm going to wait until next round to take him, but for now, let's go with, I think we took a right guard already, so I might as well draft the left guard. I think we already took a right guard, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'll take a left guard here, or let's see what kind of tackles. I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm actually not going to be drafting a guard or a tackle here. I'm going to be drafting Ali Marpet, and I think what I'm going to do is take a bunch of centers and play one of them actually at center and the other two, so I'm probably going to take 3. So then I'll play the other 2 at the tackles, and Ali Marpet will probably be one of the guys I move over. My slot wide receiver is going to be, I think, the fastest player in this entire game. So John Ross, why not, right? 98 speed, absolutely can fly. I was about to take Joel Bitonio instead of him, but then I saw him there, and I think Joel Bitonio got drafted. Hold on, do I have a tight end? I do. I just remembered Hunter Henry is my tight end. So now I have to take a left guard. Man, I shouldn't have done that because Joel Bitonio got drafted. Let's see if there's anybody here is decent. Let me check out by development trait. Anybody have a development? Kyle Long does, but I don't really want Kyle Long if I'm honest. So I'll be right back. Looks like left guards are kind of scarce right now, so I'm going to take Chance Warmack. I think he's the best person here, like for his age, like his good value, so he's my left guard. I'm going to go with the strategy of drafting all centers and moving them out to tackle and everything. So Corey Linsley is going to be another center on my team. I'm not sure if he's going to be my actual tackle or if he's going to be my center. Not really sure yet, but this pick coming up, I am going to draft another center, I think, because then I think my whole offensive line is done because I do have a left and a right guard. I have Ali Marpet and Corey Linsley, who I just drafted, so I have both tackles, I think, and now I'm just drafting a center. So let's go with development. Anybody have a good development trade here? JC Treader, he's 26 years old. I think, yeah, Ryan Kelly is 24 years old. I'll go with him. So I think Ryan Kelly is going to be my actual center, so there you go. I'm finally going to draft TJ Watt. He's going to be my starting right outside linebacker. I don't mind that because he is a rookie. He's pretty talented, so I'm okay with that. Now with this pick, I don't really know what I want because I should probably draft another middle linebacker because I feel like I'll be in a 3-4 just the way I drafted. I'll have to decide later, but I might as well just take another middle linebacker while I'm here. So Zach Cunningham. I don't want Zach Cunningham. Alright, looking at this list, maybe I want another defensive tackle, and I'll go to a 4-3. So, let's see what kind of defensive tackles are here. There's no development, is there? No, okay, that would have been pretty cool. So, let's check out age. Elijah Qualls isn't looking bad. Let's go with Nazir Jones. I'm going to go with Nazir Jones. So, I feel like I'm going to be in a 4-3. So, my next 2 picks, I think, are going to be my kicker and my punter. And then I think I'm going to end it here with the picks, with showing you guys the picks. But then I'll review the team later. So like I said, I'm going with my kicker and my punter right now. So Justin Tucker, welcome to the squad. You are the new kicker for the 49ers here. And now I'm going to draft my punter. And then I will see you guys with the team recap. So the punter is going to be Marquette King, because I think he's faster. 85 speed, yeah, alright. So there's the draft I'll show you. Obviously, we still have a bunch of rounds left. I don't know how many we're actually going to do, but I'll catch you guys back up with the team recap. So this is the final look at the team here. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, the offense looks pretty talented. A lot of young talent on this entire team, which is what I was kind of going for. So Carson Wentz is leading the offense with Jordan Howard helping him out a lot. So I'm probably going to try to run the ball a good amount. I got Samjay Perrine, however you pronounce that. He's my backup running back. He's a bit of a power back, so 91 trucking is pretty good. I mean, Jordan Howard's kind of a power back too, 88 trucking. And then Devontae Booker is our third string. I actually simmed this by like round 30, so a lot of the backups I actually didn't draft. But yeah, Carson Wentz, of course, is the quarterback. I didn't draft these guys. I just picked them up in free agency because the team had drafted me like Kellen Clemens and Matt Moore, and I just did not want them. But wide receiver core looks pretty good. Amari Cooper is the number 1, Tyrell Williams number 2, John Ross number 3, of course. Let me actually do something quickly because I think Amari Cooper is an 88 if you put him to a speed wide receiver. I know this doesn't really matter since I'll be playing with the team, but I don't know. I just like what it looks like. Yeah, he's an 88 now, so I like what that looks like. I actually did draft Curtis Samuel, though, just because he has 95 speed. He can fly. But this is what the offensive line ended up looking like. Ali Marpet moved to left tackle. Corey Linsley moved to right tackle. He has quick development. All right, I was just checking. Ryan Kelly stayed at center. Chance Warmack, David DeCastro, of course, are the guards. Hunter Henry is the starting tight end, of course. Niles Paul, I did not draft, but he's actually not bad. 88 speed is actually really good for a tight end. I know he's 28 years old, but, you know, it doesn't really matter because like he probably won't stay on the team next year. And Demetrius Harris is 6'7". I forgot about this guy. Or he actually might come in and be the number 2. Because he is 6'7" with 87 speed. The computer drafted me that guy too. I don't even know who that is. I do know who that is, but I didn't draft him. Anyway, on defense, this is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good as well. I think the offense is definitely better though. Even though we have Luke Kuechly and Vic Beasley and Xavier Rhodes, I still feel like the offense collectively is better. But yeah, linebacker core is actually really good. The only problem with TJ Watt here is that he doesn't really fit the scheme. He's a 3-4 pass rusher, and we do have a 4-3 here. Let me make sure that we actually are in a 4-3 though. Let me go to my defense and make sure that it is a 4-3. It is, okay. And I also want... I can actually just do this later. I was going to say I want Vic Beasley in on more plays than TJ Watt, because I don't think TJ Watt is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, so I'm not going to really stress it that much. But Vic Beasley I want to play a lot because he has quick development and is still young. But yeah, linebacker core looks pretty good. Safeties are probably the worst part of this team, but if they can develop, that'd be nice. Like Jabril Peppers, he's already pretty talented. If he can just get some experience and I can get that zone coverage up, he can be a lot better. And then Obi Melifonwu is already really good. Like I don't really need to upgrade him all that much. Maybe his zone as well, but his zone is still decent. I think tackle would be the thing I would upgrade on him. Only problem with Melifonwu is that he is 23 years old, I think, but that's not the biggest deal. Cornerbacks are decent, pretty decent. Xavier Rhodes is of course very good. Jamar Taylor's pretty good. He's a good second guy, I think. He's pretty quick, so he can keep up with these guys. And the defensive line is pretty nice, I think. Derek Barnett and Taco Charlton, rookie defensive ends, are leading this defense here with Grady Jarrett in the middle and Nazir Jones joining him. And then the specialist, this is what this looks like. John Ross is our kick and punt returner. Not bad. I kind of wanted him there because he is really, really fast, of course. And then our kicker and punter and everything. So, yeah, this is going to be the first episode of our 49ers franchise. I also just simmed to the regular season here. Before I forget, let me make sure I turn injury back on, because I had injury off just for the preseason, just because I didn't want anybody's like starters to get hurt. So let me just make sure this is back on. Pre-existing injury is going to stay off. I think the quarter length will be at 10. Now I'll put it to 12 with 20-second play clock. I'll have to mess with all this stuff later. But, you know, salary cap is still going to be on. Coach firing will still be on. All that good stuff. I'm also probably going to adjust the sliders. It is on All Madden, if you did see there. I'll show you one more time. It is on All Madden here. It'll probably stay on that, but I think I'm going to adjust the sliders because I don't know if I just suck. But I've played against the computer on All Madden a couple times, and to me, it's just so much more unrealistic this year than it was in past years. Like last year, I can normally play on All Madden on the All Madden computer and do fairly well. You know, keep up with them, beat them most of the time. You know, like more than most of the time. Like 9 times out of 10, I would beat the All Madden computer last year. But I don't know. This All Madden computer is so much more ridiculous. I'm probably going to have to tweak the individual sliders. Oh, not the news. My bad. I wanted to show you guys the sliders. I'm not going to do it right now, but I will probably have to go in and tweak these. So I'll probably do it right after I stop recording because I have to figure out what I want here. But I'll probably our quarterback accuracy can actually stay the same because I've seen I've seen quarterbacks just completely overthrow targets that are wide open. Pass blocking, I will do it now, right? Pass blocking, I'll actually move up because I found that I get sacked way too often. So I'm actually going to put it up to 55. I found that even on All-Pro, I get sacked too often. This can go down to 45 because I feel like wide receivers, you know, catch passes at a regular rate anyway. Run blocking can go up a little bit because the holes are just never there, even if I audible do a run and they're not expecting it or something. Fumbles, I don't really mind. Pass deflection time, I don't really mind. Interceptions, I actually want to move up a lot. This might look like a lot, actually. It's really not that much. It makes it a bit more realistic, at least in Madden 17 it did, because interceptions do not come very, very frequently at all when you're just playing against the All Madden computer. The quarterbacks never make the poor reads, so whenever the quarterback does make a poor read, though, it never gets caught. So if you move this up a little bit, I'm actually going to move it to 63. When you move it up, it's just, you know, our cornerbacks and our defensive players are more likely just to catch the ball. Pass coverage, I'm going to move up to 52. I know I'm tweaking these. It looks like I'm tweaking them a lot, but I don't know if I just suck. But I've found Madden 18 All-Pro to be, I mean, not All-Pro, All Madden to be so much harder. Tackling can stay the same. This is where I get kind of crazy, so I'm sorry if this looks weird, but, like, you guys will see it in the game. It's not going to make the biggest impact. Like, this is going to look like it's going to make a lot bigger impact than it actually will. But from quarterback accuracy, I'm actually going to move it down to, like, 38. And that's just because so many times I play against the All Madden computer and they are like 13 for 13 at some point, 15 for 15, and they just don't miss any throws at all. They don't make bad reads and anything. So when I move this down, 35, okay, I'm going to cap it there. If the first game seems like he's just overthrowing everybody, then I'll alter it a little bit. I changed my mind, 37, there we go. But yeah, I don't think it's realistic at all that a quarterback starts off a game 15 for 15. That never happens. Like 5 for 5 is like realistic, I guess, for like a quarterback to start off a game with. And then if he does ever get to like 10 plus for 10 plus, that's insane. So that happens all the time though on the All Madden computer, and they just don't make any mistakes. There's always just a check down route that's wide open or something like that. So I have the quarterback accuracy turned down just to increase the possibility that he just overthrows one of those guys and gets an incompletion to make the stats less inflated. But pass blocking, I think this is pretty good. I'm actually going to move it. I'll move it up because I feel like I sack the quarterback a good amount too. Wide receiver catching, I'm actually going to move down because I feel like they catch some ridiculous stuff. Run blocking is the big one for me because this I think has to be moved down because the run blocks are just insane for all Madden computers. Everything is a pancake. It's just every run play works to perfection. So I don't know if I'm just like hyperbolizing all of this stuff, but it's like insane to me how crazy all Madden is this year. Fumbles can stay the same. I've never seen a problem with the fumbles. I don't think either team fumbles too much or too less. Pass defense reaction time, same thing. Interceptions for this, I'm gonna move it down to 45 because I think it's like every time a ball is thrown like slightly bad on all Madden, it gets picked off for me. I don't know what's up with that, but I think that's a bit unrealistic. A lot of the times, whenever I take a deep shot, it's picked off. I don't think that's realistic, so maybe this will try to like combat some of those. I don't know, though. Pass coverage, I'm going to move down a little bit just because the pass coverage on all Madden, I think, is a little bit too insane. No, I'll keep it the same. Okay, I'll keep it the same, and tackling can stay the same. I don't have a problem with that. Field goal, all this good stuff can stay the same. Injuries. I think injuries happen too frequently in this game, but I don't know which way to turn this. I don't know if I bring it down, if that means injuries happen less often or more often. Because, I mean, if I'm thinking about it this way, if I move the computer tackling all the way up, that means that they tackle very, very well. So then I don't know if that means if I move this all the way up, injuries happen very, very frequently. I'm going to move it down to 35, just to see if this makes any difference. But I've played a couple games where like 4 people get injured, and that doesn't happen. So I don't think that's realistic, and they're all like usually superstars. But this is what the sliders are going to look like for the beginning. I will probably be constantly adjusting these. You know, after each game, if I think something's a little too broken, maybe I'll probably try it for 2 weeks, because after one game, it doesn't mean the sliders are bad. It could just mean that the player had a good game. So I will adjust it after the second week if I think it needs to be. But these are what my sliders are looking like. They might look like they're insane and they're giving me a huge advantage, but they're really not. Trust me, they're really not. The first game is still going to be rough. And I don't know if I think it's just because I'm not that great at this game yet. So I'll probably have to adjust these more, like I said, in the future. And also, I'm sorry if this video is kind of long. I've just been rambling on for like 9 minutes about these sliders. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys very much for watching the first episode of this. And definitely shout out to Vlone, Brady, and Beckham, Saucey Kage. Their link will be in the description. Here's one last look at the team before we get into any games or anything. I also don't know how frequently I'm going to upload this. I would like to keep it like once a week or something. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching one last time, and I will talk to you guys soon.